What's up YouTube, COD4Man221 here, and welcome back to Confronting Heroes 2 Online Replay Series, Season 2. I believe it's episode 30 right now, so it's a big episode. I've done officially 80 of these kind of videos, and I'm enjoying Confronting Heroes 2 a lot. Anyway, sorry for the delay. This is on a new computer. My old computer was just having so many issues with the possible motherboard and power supply issues, and everything was replaced in there, and I'm dealing with this since August, since the computer started randomly crash. So that's why the videos haven't been coming out just as much, and I'm very happy so far. This computer is running pretty smoothly, and since it's a new computer, it should be pretty good. Anyway, you can see I got my Pioneers here. They just built the basic infantry company here. And you can see these guys have combat engineers. We're going against two Soviet players. And we're playing with Nick again, who's the OKW. Soviet players are both level 81 and 82 first prestige. I'm level 42 first prestige, and Nick is level 17 first prestige, so he's actually catching up to me. Anyway, so I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to have a machine gun push up. Now, I want to put my machine gun somewhere around here to block off any possible troops that are coming. And you can see he's really pushing to try to take our fuel. Same thing on this side, they really want the fuel. This is not going to be a fight that the concepts are going to win, especially against the Storm Pioneers at close range like this. They do a Mosin and Gans. So, at point blank, they're screwed. And I have a machine gun right here. He popped into the house here. And he has more, he's going to spam penal troops, actually. And he's a scout car. He's going very interesting. I mean, I don't see penal troops a whole lot. So I'm going to put my machine gun right here to cover me. And then I'm also going to move my... First I'm going to put this machine gun to cover this flank here. I'm going to move these guys behind the house and try to flank him. But he has the exact same idea that I do. The difference is our guns, right? Well, one, these guys get suppressed. And these guys point blank with the MP40s, it's going to do a whole lot of damage to them. I set up my machine gun once again. And we have the scout car coming up. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the angle of them. I know he can't get behind me, so you can just basically harass my infantry here. And you can see it does have a decent number of windows, so this would not be a good side necessarily to attack. I'm just trying to have these guys hold them. I'm moving up my grenadiers here. My grenadiers are going to take these guys out with the Panzerfaust. Rear armor set. He's going to try to pull around the side of the house so he can possibly back out and repair. Managed to get my Pioneers alive. That'll be important for later. And I know that his scout car has to come out some way or another. So now my guys right here getting ready to, their Panzerfaust is firing, is getting recharged there. Now they can fire it again. But the MG42 is able to instantly, with its machine gun, just be able to kill that light scout car that's already heavily damaged. Now you can see Nick is healing up and reinforcing his guys here. There's a Kupelwagen. And this guy's STC's approach is going to be machine guns to counter him. A lot of machine guns. Yeah, I've kind of secured the fuel. I'm going to start moving up. I'm just going to try to get my machine guns in a position. I have a second Grenadier squad. Got a little heavy tier 1. Not super heavy, but I'm going a decent amount. I forced him off that because he's in negative cover. So the machine gun's getting set up, and I'm actually going to try to take this point here. Anyway, the mid's been left. Usually on this map, the mid's usually left, just, it's up for grabs. Because you usually focus on the fuels on the far right sides of the map. Now, we could really use Nick capturing this. I'm not sure we got decapped or not. Anyway, we're taking some shots on these guys. I'm going to try to get behind some cover. Because just as these guys are getting hit from this side, I'm going to bring some of my Grenadiers to flank around the left side here. I don't have rifle grenades yet. I'm still upgrading to Battle Phase 1. It just feels good to play the Wehrmacht again. Just the classic Wehrmacht. I mean, I like OKW, don't get me wrong, but it's just nice to play as, the German nation I play. The Wehrmacht I play as for a lot of matches. All of Season 1 it was either Soviets or Wehrmacht. So if you're looking for Soviet gameplay, take a look at that. I'm going to do that. At this point, Nick is throwing satchel charges at him. He's getting double teamed. He's forced to withdraw. It sucks. He's going to lose his tank. He's going to lose his battle group headquarters there. Anyway, I see this, and I'm going to try to help Nick. I'm going to capture these points first, and then shift my men over. I also have a mortar that's being made that will help out Nick to provide some support against his machine guns. But once you get the divisional field gun taking shots at this truck, it's really kind of screwed. I mean, his headquarters is screwed completely here. I mean, they have brain protected by 2 machine guns, and they have an AT gun just shooting into this truck. I'm going to capture these 2 points. You could say, yeah, I could have tried running over earlier, but it's really important I got that munitions for me, because I'm going to be using the rifle grenades, and just having that extra munition is going to help. And also having us keep the victory point, because this one's 2 charges, keep the tickers going in our favor there. So my mortar is out, and these guys are back at base. The machine gun just killed 2 of those guys. You know, we're in their flank. I have more of these guys. This is going to force TSC to turn his machine guns on me, which is good. Because one, I'll wipe out this machine gun, and then he just has 1 machine gun in his field gun. And my mortar can launch smoke, which I'm going to launch in a second here. I'll launch a smoke barrage right here and force him back, even though my men are pinned. He thought that was regular rounds, not a mortar. So I'm putting a lot of smoke in here. I can push up now. You know, these Pino troops are forced to retreat. They're going to retreat right past me, and I'm going to wipe them out. These guys are actually going to try to man the machine gun. Now, one, I wouldn't recommend manning machine gun with a unit with low health like this, because one, you're going to have, what? First of all, you could lose your squad there with that combat engineer. And second, you have 2 Grenadier squads right here. They're just going to get killed. They're just going to lose 3 men. And we have the mortar and everything. And the guys to keep dying and manning the machine gun again. See, this guy's still part of the squad. He has to pick it up, and he'll get shot. So that's just a waste of his troops there. Anyway, unfortunately, Nick did lose his truck, but I pushed these guys back, and they're starting to take this munitions point again. So I gotta watch out. So I'm gonna get some of these PGs, Panzer Grenadiers, here in a second, and I'm also have these guys. I want to kind of fortify the middle a little bit, make sure I can't get flanked. And Nick's gonna push in, just, you know, the double Storm Pioneer is just gonna completely almost kill that machine gun there, and they have a mortar too. So here's just critical. I brought my Grenadiers back here to kind of, you know, I figured, okay, I'm losing this point, you know, I might get it flanked or attacked. So I gotta watch the machine guns back. So in the fog of war, I see them right here, and I also see them here. So I'm like, okay, where's he gonna go? He's gonna naturally flank here, so I'm gonna turn my machine gun. So these guys are gonna push in and keep pursuing these guys, and the machine gun's gonna suppress them. They're trying to cut off my fuel right here. I want to keep my distance a little bit. I'm launching a rifle grenade. This is exactly what he wants to flank my machine gun there. But I'm watching this, I'm seeing that Pino troops right there. I'm kind of hoping this guy will suppress them, which they will, and possibly pin them. But before they get completely pinned, they're going to be able to, this guy's going to power them through a satchel charge. So I got to fall back. You can actually pick up your MG and run away fast enough with the satchel charge, like losing everybody in it. So he's pushed back there, and there's a douchebag here. So that's not good. I need my mortar to help keep supporting Nick on this side. So now we got a shock troops. I'm seeing a lot of Soviets using, almost spamming these shock troops because they have such high armor. And they're very good at close range. They're pretty much hard to kill, actually. Pretty hard. Especially with rifle arm infantry. I mean, even the machine guns get overwhelmed by them, too, because they can throw those smoke grenades. Anyway, good use of manning, you know, his MGs with the conscripts. Might actually get this MG out of here. And he does, looks like. Anyway, Nick has Falchineer, just popping them out of the little houses right here. Yeah, this house right here. Anyway, this is not a good fight for his Dushka right here. He's in negative cover. You can see that broken shield, and I am in light cover. But I'm gonna fall back here because I'm gonna get the same thing's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna get outflanked here. They're gonna possibly launch a satchel on me, so I have to lose our fuel at this point. Which is not good for me. So I'm gonna replenish my troops back at base, and I'm gonna start shifting more men over there. Around this point, you know, I can see on the fog of war my point going. I see the Dushka running towards that house, and I'm like, great. Anyway, I thought my PGs would be able to take on these Pino troops, but because we were in negative cover and getting hit first, and there's less of us, they're gonna win at close range. But only barely. And he decided to withdraw there. So 3 for 3, and he took the first shots. So I'm gonna get my men into position. I'm gonna bring these guys up also, and pull my troops back up because I gotta assault this position here. I am pushing back his Pino troops. You can see that's mid-conflict. I also have this cargo truck. They're not as great as they used to be. We'll have to really see once I take back the field and put that down. So here's what I'm going to do here. These guys only have 3 men. I'd love to pull them back to base and, you know, replenish them, but I don't have time. I need to take back this fuel ASAP. And we can see more of our troops. I'm going to possibly reinforce these guys at some point, but I'm really focused on my assault here. So here's my general plan. My two machine guns will push up along the fence line, start taking shots in the Dusha. I'm going to flank around with my Pioneer Scout the flamethrower. Now these guys are actually, with the light machine guns, they are quite deadly. Look how these guys are shredding these units. So he's going to, there's a lot of peanut troops. He's going to have to fall back. So you can see right here. Slow it down. Okay. So you can see right here, I have my machine guns that are going to both start taking shots into them. These guys are running a nice flanking force to protect me from these units. I'm going to move up behind some cover here and start flaming this. So we're in cover, we're going to start flaming that house. That is how you take a position right there. Focus on the front with some kind of suppression fire of the machine guns. Get your guys around the flank, or use other troops to screen. You can see my machine guns here were a nice screen for these guys, and this douche is screwed. As flamethrower is being shot at by two machine guns, and I have these grenadiers that are helping to screen. I'm going to protect make sure you protect your Pioneer, Combat Engineer Squad, or whatever the American and Overcommando West equivalent is. Anyway, that's how you take a position there, that's how you take a house. I'm going to pull these guys back. They need to not only give me some Panzer IVs here, but they also need to heal up a little bit. So my machine gun's in position. I'm not going to put my machine gun actually in this house. I'll probably put it like somewhere around here. Or maybe I want to hold a more forward position. So that's how it's going to fall again. You can see Nick is just going up against a bunch of MGs and shock troops. And my mortar, doing work. I moved it up. It's got 9 kills so far. Yeah, just letting it free fire is great. Okay, so I'm at 29 fuel right now.
The enemy is down to 200 points.
Yeah, we'll fix that. I want to see, because this only goes for you. It used to go for your team. So that gives me 5 more fuel. And that gives me 7. So it gives you 5 more fuel.
It is ours.
These might be worth it. Do you remember when they used to be 300 manpower? First they were 200, then they were 300 manpower, and now they only go for you. So it's actually pretty decent. 5 extra fuel, and probably a little bit more munitions. Anyway, I see the penal troops coming. I need to retreat. This mortar here. Massive assault, both of them moving in. They decided to focus on Nick right now because I've pretty much taken back my side. And he's just getting decimated. And he has this... He's trying to reinforce off his thing right here, but he needs more machine guns than this. And I'm going, oh darn, Nick's getting killed over here. He's probably going to lose his truck here. There's just too many units here. Smoke's going up. Peanut troops with flamethrower spam. I'm trying to send over as many units as I can. My mortar, I send these guys back to base. I got to reinforce. My mortar's coming up. These guys are healing up. I'm going to try to send them over there. But I got to keep some forces over here. So Nick has lost his units. His force completely retreat. He's got like, what, 1 unit he got out of that? Once again, this AT gun's gonna have a field day. Taking out another one of these. And I have my guys back here. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna go across the open water and get shot to pieces. And I'm gonna send some more troops over also. So I want to get somewhere there. I try to help out a little bit. I don't want to see all Nick's guys go down. I'm gonna throw a mono grenade at this. Hopefully kill them. Does a little bit of damage, but not a lot. I'm gonna have to fall back here. I'm suppressed by an MG42 they picked up, or an MG34. And we're taking cover behind Nick's old truck. We are mortaring them though. And that's when I get a Panzer IV. This should really help out. Get out of my way, Overcommando truck. So I got my Panzer IV here. These are very good. Like I pick a Panzer IV over an Osman any day. The Osman can suppress units, but you have that killing power of the Panzer IV's double machine guns. And you can also take out T-34s and other tanks. So the Osman, you can't do that. The amount of the Panzer IV is slightly more expensive. It's about 25 fuel more expensive. And because we control most of the fuel for both games, you can see I've set up a bunker here. Cover this victory point. You can see because we have so much fuel in the game, I'm able to get another Panzer IV pretty quickly actually. I'm just going right after this AT. I just want to clear it out. We're going to have our machine gun here. We're going to start devastating these units. I do have another AT gun all the way back here, but I'm going to have to pull back slightly. I'm trying to see a Katusha, so I'm going to go right after that Katusha. This is pretty... What's bad is that he just got another hit on me, and as I'm trying to turn and get away from him, I'm going to hit again. So unfortunately right now I'm not watching my infantry coming up with me. I forgot they were actually grouped up in a group there. Something in a group. So I'm going to go after this Katusha, but unfortunately I'm going to lose my 2 units here because I wasn't paying attention. That was a mistake by me. So I'm going to lose both my squads here. That was a huge mistake. I was just so focused on trying to kill that Katusha, which gets away somehow. As I see there, I'm like, great, just lost 2 squads.
Down to 75 points.
The important thing is I have a second tank coming out shortly. And I gotta get ready because the horde of Pino troops is coming this way. The only thing I made a mistake here was these guys are actually facing just a brush here, so I gotta move them around the side, which I will do in a little bit. And Mortar, 10 kills, vet 2. That gives it improved shell accuracy and rate of fire. Is that must have been, that couldn't have been me. That's been, was it Nick? So yeah, you can see these guys are pushing in, but they're not going to do a whole lot. The machine guns. They did kill another one of Nick's units, though. So I'm basically going to start healing out my men. They're going to probably make an assault for the middle. Ober sees that as the weakest. You know, Nick still has a decent number of troops over here. A lot of Fallschirmjägers. And they just saw a bunker here so far. But I didn't realize I have my troops here and I have my mortar set to help support. You know there's some guys taking that point, but I don't really care. I'm going to respond with my Panzer IV. This is the second one I have, keep that in mind. And look at the horde of shock troops coming in. I try to retreat this unit and they get completely wiped out very quickly. But between these guys, I'm just going to pull these guys back towards the center. With that machine gun from the bunker here and having my Panzer, I'm going to bring up a lot of ATs. The thing about that though, and I'm surprised they didn't shell right here. They're going to use the Katusha here. They thought they're going to shell that area. Anyway, with their men being suppressed, they're going to be forced to fall back. I got to be careful with my tanks. I'm going to blitz out there and make sure that one doesn't get killed. And I'm going to try to push past his defenses. And Nick is coming with his Fallschirmjägers to flank around behind. So what made these guys lose this game? Well, you could say troop selection on the left side here. The guy went very heavy with Pino troops. So that was his first mistake. I mean, well, it's not a mistake. He just didn't use them. He tried to use them effectively, but I just was able to combat him with my veteran grenadiers. Also, they weren't able to hold the field. They took this field briefly, you know, set the machine gun, that got wiped out. Nick was able to hold this side of the field very well, so he held the 14 extra field per minute against these guys. They also went to Katusha. Let's go look at their fuel situation right here. This guy is 35. So he's building an SU there, so he finally had enough for an SU, but the game was pretty much over. And this guy was also, he hadn't even built this yet, but this guy built a Katusha, so you never know. Midland, if he hadn't built a Katusha, he could have an SU out, and that would have been a major challenge to us, or even possibly, you know, getting a Sherman out. So yeah, that was a downfall. We had both fields on this map. We were able to effectively control those points mostly. And even though Nick lost a couple of trucks, he was able to rebound from that and do pretty well. Now let's go to the kills here in the video. Let's see our levels there. I had 95 and 28 men lost. Nick had 73 kills and 57 men lost. And they both had about 77 kills between the two of them and lost over 180 soldiers. Confronting signing off. Leave a comment down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. More Country Heroes 2 to come with this new computer. It should be all set up now, and we shouldn't have any problems recording. Confronting signing off.